and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus and nothing.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Cantor in at the 5. And for the Nets, Tyler Johnson is out there with Harden. Then there's Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Green in at the 4 spot. Now, here's Lillard. From the line and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And Doris, tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
McCollum, no good. Covington with the steal. It's Powell on the wing. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Harris. And the Nets with possession. Harden with it. Lillard picks him up. And there's the pass to Harris. Jordan kicks to Green. Pass to Harris. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Harden, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's McCollum. Pass to Powell. Back to McCollum. From deep. Cans it from downtown.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Here is Harden. Passes it to Johnson. Back to Harden. And it's in there.
I mean, how many spots on the floor is Harden not effective from? I'll tell you, not many.
Lillard looking around. He kicks it to McCollum. Shoots the 3. The putback, and Covington stays with it.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now here's Harden. To the inside. And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist from Harden.
When you think that this guy was so raw and so skinny coming into the league, now DeAndre Jordan brushing off these challenges with ease.
Here's Lillard. Kicks it out to McCollum. Clock at 6. 11 feet away. There's the 3. And it's Lillard missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Harden the pass to Harris. He shoots again, and Jordan with the layup.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
Lillard outside. There's the dish to McCollum. A 3-pointer, no good.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Now here's Lillard. Outside, Covington. Back to Lillard. From deep. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Johnson finds Jordan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Enes Kanter.
When Joe Harris is looking to score the basketball, defenses can overcommit. They do there and commit the foul.
Brooklyn making some changes. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Brown in for Tyler Johnson. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Luwawu is checked in for Brooklyn. Irving comes in for James Harden. Now here's McCollum. There's the pass to Simons. Dishes to Nurkic. And the layup's good off the glass.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Here's Irving. Shot on the wing, and that one is good.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Hits it from three-point range. Now here's Irving. No good on the last second attempt there. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Nets. They're up by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start.
I'm training for summer.
The team seems to support Greg that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Anthony is out there with Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. Harden outside. Pass to Griffin. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Aldridge misses.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
The Nets with the lead. To the right side. Here's Griffin. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
It was all about his athleticism when Griffin first came into the league, but it didn't take long to see he was about a lot more than that. He's got serious skills down low.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Aldridge. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Harris is checked in for Blake Griffin. And it's Johnson in for Brown. Powell, he's checked in for Portland. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simon. And Green slams it in.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Here's Nurkic. Anthony dishes to Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And some people harp on his lack of height, but his size doesn't hurt him at all when it comes to rebounding.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Lillard against Harden. Here's Jordan. And he uses the glass on the layup. Jordan's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Portland also making some changes. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Robert Covington subbed in for Jones. Outside Irving. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Trailblazers trail by 3. Powell, the pass to Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. And Robert Covington hits from deep.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
Moving against Lillard. From past the arc. He can't get it to go. Portland's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter. Only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Offensive rebound. Pass to Powell. Lets it go from deep. The offensive rebound.
Elite offensive rebounder from the moment he stepped between the lines. Enes Kanter, that is a strength of his game.
Irving from long range. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Portland the other way. Down low. Here's Kanter. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
After a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they really started to get it closer to the basket. The struggles just continue this quarter. They can ill afford to have this many empty possessions.
And it's Lillard missing.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Irving kicks to Griffin. And they get it. Back to Irving. Unloads from 13. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
You have to respect the in-between game of Kyrie Irving. Straight up. Yeah, that's how you have to play this guy. You got to play him straight up and be balanced.
And here is Powell. Lillard fires away from way outside. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5. And
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Frankie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
We've got Jordan. Harden out there with Johnson. And there's Green and a Terrace in at the small forward position. So that's the Nets 5. Here's Harden. It's good. Harden's got 6.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Leading by 5. Inside. And stolen by Jordan. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Deflects the pass. Powell with the steal. Outside, Covington. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Covington's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
Well, Norman Powell these last several seasons has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
And Covington stays with it. He's got 8.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Passes to Johnson. Harris kicks to Johnson. From 12 feet out. And he overshot that one, missing.
And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
Oh, great ball movement there.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Harden with it. Now defended by McCollum. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Green. And then for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Cantor. Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Giles checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell's checked in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Irving dishes to Aldridge. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
Lillard finds Powell. And a wide open look for McCollum. No good from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Basket good. Brown's got his first basket of the night.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. And he banks in the layup. McCollum's got 11.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Powell, the pass to Lillard. Launches it. It's hauled in by Brown.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
On its way from Irving for 2. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Well, this is the beauty of Kyrie Irving. You think of him as a creator, but this guy in a catch and shoot just as lethal.
Lillard, the pass to Giles. McCollum outside. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Three-pointer. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And so it's Portland looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. Anthony out there with Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the 2.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Harden the pass to Aldridge. Back to Harden. And stolen by Lillard. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Jones is running. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. They grab their own miss. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
To the paint. Kicks it out to Harden. Looking to end his cold spell. He takes it up and lays it in.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Brown. And so they foul intentionally. Some changes for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Aldridge. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Brown. And Portland with a change here, too. Robert Covington's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That'll be his second foul of the game. Trailblazers leading by 18. Simons surveying the D. And the pass to Jones. To the middle. Nurkic in the post, guarded by Jordan. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Boy, just a great use of the pump fake by Irving to draw that defender into fouling him.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Giles checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell's checked in for Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. McCollum outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Nets trail by 16. Here's Irving. Here's Jordan. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Well, that's interesting. Out in space, the defender challenging DeAndre Jordan's shot. Makes some contact, but it doesn't bother him.
Now McCollum, and Lillard kicks to McCollum. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. All sorts of time. Rebounded by the Nets.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And on the way from Irving for three, buries the long-range jumper.
There's a marksmanship from Kyrie Irving. The lightning quick release. Boy, defender better have his hands up and ready.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. No good, unable to end this run. And so it's Irving who brings it up for the Nets. 11-point game. Again, the Nets for two.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
McCollum outside. Pass to Giles. Out to Anthony. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds to Portland. I'll retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Johnson, he's checked in for Irving. Simons, he's checked in for Portland. Harden the pass to Jordan. The Nets working the ball around now. Pass to Harris. Puts up a three. The shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Trailblazers.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Damian Lillard.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
And Harden launches it from deep. Rebound by Anthony.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And here's McCollum for three. Rebound, Brooklyn. And Harris wide open. He shoots, drills the three-pointer.
We all know Joe Harris is a dead-eye shooter from distance who helps space the floor. What a look.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And a look at the injury situation. A lot of bodies absent for this team tonight, including a big name. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Holiday. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's DiVincenzo in at the shooting guard position. And for the Nets, they've got Harris. Jordan is out there with Green. Then there's Irving. And it's Johnson in at the point. Now here is Holiday. That three off the mark. On the wing, Irving. Defended by DiVincenzo. The shot's good. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me harken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. Here's Harris. The rebound by the Bucks. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. And Holiday, here we go. Great D that time from Johnson. One-on-one fast break. Here's Irving. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Trying to get open is Lopez. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Kyrie Irving grabs the miss.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Harris outside. Pass to Irving. Three-pointer. And no good that time. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Here's DiVincenzo. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Hey, and you know, really, Antetokounmpo could look to score every time, and sometimes that's necessary, but he's also good at recognizing when one of his teammates has a clean look.
Bucks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Back to Holiday. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Irving surveying the floor. It's up a 3. The rebound by the Bucks.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Kicks it down to Middleton. They get it again.
Hey, I've always said rebounding is timing and tenacity, but if you got long arms, that helps too, and the Greek Freak has plenty of reach.
Now, here is Irving. And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter of the game. Good on the bucket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
So for the Nets, LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green. And it's Bruce Brown in for Tyler Johnson. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. P.J. Tucker comes in for Brook Lopez. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Claxton, no good. Passes it to Tucker. Down low. Here's Middleton. Over to the wing. Now, here's Tucker. Defense right on him. Middleton can't get it to go.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Claxton the pass to Aldridge. Brown kicks to Harris. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Claxton. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Milwaukee has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Tucker the pass to Portis. A nice shot by Tucker.
P.J. Tucker always active on the boards and doesn't give the defense a chance to box him out.
Harris looking it over. And again, it's the Nets missing. Bucks leading by 3. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Irving. A rebound by the Bucks.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Tucker does not shy away from contact. As a matter of fact, he embraces it and looks for it. Plays with a lot of force.
That's good from Tucker. Both free throws good from Tucker. 5 seconds left in the first quarter. And a deep three from Irving. And that one released in time, but no good. And that does it for the first quarter. Bucks lead. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he...
For me personally,
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Set into 4 for the Nets. Joe Harris is out there with Griffin. Then there's Brown. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Aldridge in at the 5, roaming the paint. Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for the Bucks.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
The wide open look here for Holiday. No good on the triple. Nets trail by 5. Irving passes to Brown. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Jordan's checked in. The Bucks also changing it up. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Portis. Lopez comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Brent Forbes. 5 to shoot. Here's Irving. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Antetokounmpo. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Bucks leading by 7. No good from Connaughton. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Here's Johnson. He can't get that one. Holiday with the defensive effort. It's stolen by Brown. Here's Irving. Off the left rim and out.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Irving. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. From downtown, Irving can't hit.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Nets trail by 9. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Irving's got 13. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. And it's Green in for Kyrie Irving. Portis, Brooklyn with the rebound. Green taking his time here. Over to the left wing. Griffin. And that one hits back iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Portis can't get it to go. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Nets. 7-point differential. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Middleton. The 3. And the rebound goes to Griffin. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Brown wide open. He fires. And again, it's the Nets missing. Milwaukee leading by 7. Here's Connaughton. And he gets the bucket.
Boy, Tucker ever unselfish in how he goes about his game. Nice job finding his teammate there.
Brown dishes to Green. Inside. Here's Claxton. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Out to the right wing. Connaughton kicks to Middleton. DiVincenzo against Brown. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Outside Griffin with 1 on the clock, and Griffin slams it in.
You've got to plug up these lanes to the basket, especially when Griffin is slashing with force.
And thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here. It's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They lead by 5. Kenny, how... And that...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Brook Lopez is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Holiday. And it's Forbes in at the 2.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lessons. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
Here's Holiday following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. Stolen by Harden. Middleton against Harris. He had stolen by Antetokounmpo. The shot by Middleton, wide open. It's good on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 5.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And Holiday kicks to Middleton. Now the pass to Forbes. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. From the baseline. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Middleton's got his second basket of the night.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Here's Harden. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Brook Lopez.
You know, we talk about Harden's skill set, which is superb, but there's no quit in this guy. He's got a great competitive spirit. And even when you bang him and bump into him, he just muscles through that and says, play on.
LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Blake Griffin. Now here is Holiday. The putback. Harden grabs the miss. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Nobody near Irving. Trains the three-pointer. Irving's got 16.
Irving knocking down that three. Textbook form, too. Never rushes anything. Mechanics are efficient and effective.
Holiday against Irving. Holiday, the pass to Middleton. Over Harris. Middleton can't get it to go. Brooklyn trailing. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. It's deflected. Here's Middleton. The kick out to Holiday. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more. One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Now here is Holiday. Launches it. Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's blocked, and he keeps control of the ball. And here we go, Brooklyn fast break. Here's Irving, and Middleton with the block.
Boy, the defensive hustle there by Middleton. Stretching out and getting his hand on that shot. Excellent effort.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Antetokounmpo inside. Guarded by Jordan. Lopez, no luck. And here's Brooklyn. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Outside Irving. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for James Harden. And here's Harris from the arc. The rebound by the Bucks. And here's Tucker. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Tucker's got 6.
Using that strong upper body, Tucker can definitely play through contact.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 1. And on the way from Irving for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Portis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Now here's Johnson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Irving for 3. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Aldridge. The 3. Forbes with the rebound.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's Nora, and the last-second attempt doesn't fall. And we've reached the end of the third. Bucks lead by 5. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Aldridge out there with Griffin. Then it's Harden. Then there's Brown. And it's Luwawu in at small forward. So that's the Nets 5. Brown the pass to Harden. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Hey, Harden is seeking contact. He is hunting bodies when he drives. He's so good at just getting his body into the path of the defense.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Here is Forbes, guarded by Harden. Back to Forbes. Clock at 6. For 3, and stolen by Aldridge. In transition, here come the Nets, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
That's it, and the Milwaukee lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Harden. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Antetokounmpo kicks to Forbes. Just 5 to shoot. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Nets shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Here's Griffin. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Now here is Holiday. Over Harden. Holiday finds DiVincenzo. Count that one. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Holiday against Harden. Lopez left side. Right side, Antetokounmpo, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Aldridge. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. Joe Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro, and it's Tyler Johnson in for James Harden. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Middleton's checked in. Green. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Irving's checked in for the Nets.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship. Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of games.
Now, here is Irving. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Pass to Irving. Goes up on the wing. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I absolutely love how Antetokounmpo just has a winning mindset. Consistent. This guy is looking to go all the way to the basket. Has to be devastating trying to stop this guy if you're on defense. Boy, you need a confident player to get you a big bucket. And that's exactly who Irving is and what he does.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. For 3, Middleton. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And it's easy to see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight. He can flat out dominate games at times.
Irving from long range. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Bucks go the other way with it. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And James Harden has subbed in for Tyler Johnson. The Bucks also with the sub. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. It's the Nets now, following the bucket by the Bucks. Harden finds Harris. The Nets working the ball around now. Laces one from three.
Kyrie Irving has simply caught fire.
Bucks have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Holiday. Money!
And in addition to his great talent, Antetokounmpo has the reputation of being an outstanding leader as well. He's a clutch player who demands the ball in these situations. You love that.
Here's Irving following the basket by Giannis. Good!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
19 seconds left in the fourth. Holiday attacking. The bucket is good. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And, Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare. And let's check out the injury report. 5 players unavailable tonight.
5 players scratched from the game. If you're one of the healthy players, you're going to get all you can eat.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. And for Brooklyn, Green is out there with Joe Harris. And it's Tyler Johnson. Then it's Harden. And it's Jordan in at the 5. Pass to Green. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Leonard with the bucket. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Batum passes to George. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Nets.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Back to Harden. From deep three-point range, Brooklyn now working with a new shot clock.
Yeah, you could pretty much say that DeAndre Jordan's going to get a lot of his points right there, trolling around the rim.
George passes to Zubac. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. That's going to send Ivica Zubac to the line. It's going to be on James Harden. The Clippers shooting their first foul shot of the night. Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. On the wing, Harris. Back to Harden. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. 3-pointer. The shot by George, no good. And here's Brooklyn. They trail by 3.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George. Well, Paul George starting to feel real comfortable right now at the 3-point line.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Harris. The Nets working the ball around now. Fires the 3. They get it back.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now here's Jackson. Outside, George. Passes it to Zubac. Over Jordan. Bank shot, no good. The Nets have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's Harden. No good. That would have tied it.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
And he gets it to go.
Hard to deny Leonard when he gets in that close to the rim. Too many ways for him to get creative to score.
Here's Johnson. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. 1:15 left here in the first quarter. They kick it out to Green. Shot clock at 5. From deep, Harden. Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Leonard with no one around. Jackson finds George. Batum against Green. And there's the pass to Zubac. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Nets trail by 6. outside. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Out to Morris. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by Brown. Irving surveying the floor. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
Well, a good defender, the wingspan and timing Rondo has on defense sometimes can be disruptive.
And so it's the Los Angeles. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've...
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got LaMarcus Aldridge, Harden out there with Brown. Then there's Griffin, and it's Claxton in at the 4. Here's Oturu over Aldridge, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Some changes for Brooklyn. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Nicholas Claxton, and Irving subbed in for James Harden. Irving with the ball. Over Rondo. Up again, and Griffin stays with it.
Well, Griffin is going to come to the game with a certain attitude, and nights like this where he's going after domination, he can be dangerous.
Now here's Rondo. The lead is 2. Pass to Kennard. Pass to Oturu. Nice D from Aldridge. And here's Aldridge. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Outside Irving. Fires it up. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense. Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And the Nets with possession here after the Clippers pick up 2. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Los Angeles leading by 4. Kennard. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Irving from long range. Offensive rebound.
You stand next to LaMarcus Aldridge, that 6'11" frame, he's so big. That helped to keep that possession alive, and then he finished it off.
Now here's Rondo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Kennard. Here's the 3. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Here's Morris. He can't hit that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the call. Brooklyn the foul. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind and the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and in the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Jeff Green has checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And James Harden has subbed in for Bruce Brown. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Jackson's checked in. Now here's Jackson. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Over to the wing. Here's Patterson. A three-pointer off the mark. The Nets have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Harden kicks to Jordan. Out to Harris. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. On the wing, Harris takes a 3. Here's Jordan in the corner. Harden off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
George dishes to Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got 6 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
On the wing, Johnson. Pass to Harden. Over George. Harden's shot is off. Los Angeles leading by 8. Patterson passes to Mann. Outside, George. Outside, Leonard. He got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. It's time now to go. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have an 8-point lead. Shaq, what...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Paul George. Batuma's out there with Ivica Zubac. And there's Jackson, and it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And finished off by Leonard.
With his developing handle, Leonard now has defenders at his mercy when on the bounce.
Now Johnson. Harden outside. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
The pass to Batum. 6 on the shot clock. The shot by George, wide open. And the 3 off target. Nets trail by 10. Feeds to Jordan. Leonard with the steal. outside for George. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Back to Harris. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for Tyler Johnson. Kennard kicks to Rondo. In the corner, it's Morris. 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Batum for 3. The Clippers keep it alive. And the wide open shot from Morris. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. Claxton the pass to Griffin. Back to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Batum inside the three-point line. Misses off the left iron. And here's Aldridge. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Brown finds Harden. It's good from long range. And now just a 3-point Clipper lead.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Irving comes in for James Harden. Pass to Patterson on the wing, Morris. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Zubac. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
On the wing, Irving. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The Nets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
I feel like Kyrie is just never afraid of the challenge in front of him. Tougher the situation, seems like the tougher he plays.
Here's Rondo. Makes it off the glass. Rondo's got his first points of the game.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by Brooklyn.
Rondo against Irving. Wide open look. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Irving's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
Pushing it up. For the lead. Tips it up.
Bringing a strong work ethic defensively. Morris grinding on the shooter there.
Tie game in Brooklyn. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Brown. And it's Johnson in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Green finds Jordan. Back to Green. Pass to Harris. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Irving comes in for Bruce Brown. And it's James Harden in for Johnson. George, no good.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
Outside, George passes it to Leonard. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. The Nets with the lead. Outside Irving. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. To the inside. That's tipped. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And that one's good. George.
Think back to when Paul George entered the league in the 2010-11 season for the Indiana Pacers. A skinny kid. Not so much anymore.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. And here's Leonard from three. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. It's tipped. And another turnover here by Brooklyn. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jordan. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Irving. And George kicks to Jackson. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And George with the stuff.
Paul George rising up. Nice to see a little bit of that return to the younger days from PG.
Here's Johnson. Harris outside. Harden left side. Harris passes to Harden. Over George. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Johnson. Leonard draws the double. The three from George. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Go ahead and lead him, Paul George. Stepping up. Huge shot at this moment in the game.
Harden finds Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Harden against Batum. Shot clock at 6. For 3, Harris. But they get it back. And here's Harden for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Batum. Back to Jackson. Takes the 3. A rebound by the Nets. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. And foul on the shot. So he'll get it. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And George kicks to Jackson. For the three. The shot, no good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Here's Irving. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
On the wing, but two. And the Clippers miss again. Back to Irving from deep. That one, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Tyler Johnson is out there with Harden. Then there's Harris. Then there's Green.
Oh, wow! Nice! I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Powell, the pass to Nurkic. From past the arc. The shot by Powell, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Trying to get open is Johnson. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Off target from three-point range. Harden has a wide-open look. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Harden's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Knocks down the three ball.
And sometimes McCollum is automatic from there. You can't give him this shot if you're the D.
Harden surveying the D. The shot that time, not on target. And it's Portland the other way.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Harden with it. Now Covington defending. To halt the run, and Jordan with the nice inside bucket. Jordan's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, he's superb at finding open teammates. Harden, I love how he looks to shed a rock.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. McCollum right side. In the corner, Powell with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And stolen by Lillard. Fast break, here we go. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Here's Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Damian Lillard.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. And a wide-open look for McCollum. Hits the three-point bomb. McCollum's got 9.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Irving way outside. Nets with the new shot clock.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
We've got 1:18 left in the first. And here's Irving. Swiped away. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. And the shot goes down.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Brown kicks to Irving. Looking to end the run. Taken away by Anthony. And it's McCollum in the corner. There's the 3. And that one is off. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
But let's see how they play the clock.
Irving passes to Luau. Back to Irving. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
You got to know that Irving is an excellent mid-range shooter. But then again, where isn't he a great shooter?
Passes to Simons. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. With the floater, Cantor, and Cantor able to finish.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Cantor gets a lot of his points this way.
Now Irving. That shot misses. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point. Damian Lillard told us before the game when asked how he...
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Portland, they've got Derek Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point guard position. Here's Lillard, 11 feet out, and he hits it. Lillard's got the lead up to 7 now for Portland. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters, but ultimately your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Harden kicks to Harris. Pass to Brown. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Griffin draws the double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. It's the Nets now. Claxton the pass to Harden. Shoots over Kanter. Harden's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 5.
And last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
Harden outside. Over Lillard. Harden finds Griffin. Misses in close.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Lillard, the pass to Anthony. Feeds it to Kanter. Lillard from outside, and he's good on the 3-ball. And it's a 10-point Portland lead.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double digits assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, that one drops for him. Lillard's got 9 points.
But Lillard is used to getting pushed around. Got to admire how he muscles it in regardless.
And here's Harden for 3. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Little with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. Lillard from outside. A rebound by the Nets. In transition, here come the Nets. Harden's got the ball. Here's Griffin. They can't stop the run with that one.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. Gotta get the whole team pumped up.
Out to the right wing. Lillard dishes to Anthony. The pass to Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
When you pair Kanter's strong frame with the scorer's mentality, you get a guy who loves the dog.
Here's Harden. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Robert Covington's checked in for Jones. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Johnson in for Bruce Brown. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Norman Powell comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And McCollum subbed in for Little.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Irving for three and stolen by Lillard. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. The tray. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. The shot's good from Irving.
Love how Irving mixes it up. Outside, inside. He's effective at playing to his strengths.
Now here's Powell. He kicks to Lillard. And Portland again with the bucket.
But Lillard is always going to be aggressive on offense as he looks to catch the defense off guard.
And so it's Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 14 points, 2 steals, and 1 assist. He was on the fringes. And that's a wrap for our halftime.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Green is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Harden. And it's Jordan in at the 5.
He plays with so much heart. McCollum, I mean, is constantly battling on the court. This time, it's on the glass.
Here's Harden. That one off the back iron and out. Portland leading by 18. Down low. Covington passes to Powell. Kicks it out to Covington. Drops in the layup for 2.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Net shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
Really like seeing Harden take it strong inside. So crafty in how he finishes near the bucket.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Covington with it. McCollum outside. Pocket 6. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Nets trail by 18. The 3 from Harden. Rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Powell for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Powell's got 7 points.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
It's Harden with the drive. The shot misses. And the Trailblazers going the other way.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Launches a 3. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter comes in for Jusuf Nurkic. And Anthony subbed in for Robert Covington. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Claxton's checked in. Here is Harden. 11 points in the game. Jordan trying to free himself up.
Oh, you love seeing Harden take off of the slam. He has just unreal hops.
Simons surveying the D. Out to Anthony. And here's McCollum for three. That one misses. It's his fifth miss. He's made 4 baskets. Johnson, the pass to Jordan. The Nets working the ball around now. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts at maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Brooklyn. Bruce Brown comes in for James Harden. And it's out of bounds to Portland. He'll retain possession.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in, and a change for the Nets. Griffin's checked in for Harris. Here's Claxton, and that one is hammered home.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Lillard surveying the D. Powell finds Jones. Here's Cantor. Tries from 10. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Here's Claxton. Johnson, the pass to Claxton. Brown, right side. Anthony with the block. And the whistle stops gameplay. It's not a clean block shot. Instead, a shooting foul. And we'll see free throws coming up right here. The Nets have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Enes Kanter. And Robert Covington subbed in for Anthony. The Nets also changing it up. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Johnson. Griffin kicks to Irving. Griffin passes to Brown. Back to Griffin. Brown outside. Here's Irving. And he beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Trailblazers out in front, leading by 14. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Damian Lillard out there with Powell. Then it's Robert Covington. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Jones in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Kicks it to Green. And there's the feed to Aldridge. Off the mark, get a chance to trim it to single digits. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Covington finds Lillard. Back to Covington. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Jones. And then for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Joe Harris comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Bruce Brown. Pass to Jordan. Out to Harris. Here is Harden. Covered by Lillard. Nurkic with the block.
His coaches and teammates like this type of energy. Nurkic demonstrating that he could be an anchor on the defense.
Lillard against Harden. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. And Jordan sends it back.
And the one thing we know about DeAndre, he's a presence at both ends of the floor. He protects the rim on D just as much as he punishes it at the offensive end.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. Harden against Lillard. It's Powell on the wing. Fires from deep. Jordan with the rebound. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Lillard against Harden. Lillard dishes to Covington. That one goes in, and the Trailblazers lead by 11.
What confidence from the rangy swing man. I mean, he knows what it takes to convert from there.
Powell with the steal. It's 2-on-1. Lillard with no one around. Off the left rim and out. Nets trail by 11. Harden's shot is off. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Kicks it out to Lillard. Off target from outside.
His three-point game hasn't been there for him today, but don't sleep on him. At any moment, he could get his touch back.
The shot's good from Irving.
Oh, look at that. Irving just leaked out wonderfully in transition. He's a remarkable decision maker in fast break situations.
Lillard the pass to Powell. Covington dishes to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Harden against Lillard. Jordan trying to free himself up. Harden, no good. Trailblazers leading by 11. Lillard finds Nurkic. In the corner, Powell with it. And stolen by Harris. Here's Irving. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
A 3 from McCollum. It's hauled in by Harris.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Shoots the 3. C.J. McCollum with the rebound. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
They double-team McCollum. Here's Nurkic. Three-pointer, Lillard. Offensive rebound.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And you know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
From deep, Harden. Good on the triple.
And when Harden gets to cooking, you gotta feed him. You gotta keep feeding him. He's an excellent rhythm scorer.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And McCollum puts up a deep 3. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Green fires from way outside, and it's Portland with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Here is Lillard. So the Trailblazers win it. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the Welcome, sport. And a few players on the shelf, but the big absence is someone this team is going to be missing tonight. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Green, Harden out there with Johnson. Then it's Joe Harris, and it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. And for Milwaukee, they've got Chris Middleton. Brook Lopez is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Holiday, and it's DiVincenzo in at the 2 spot. Now DiVincenzo. James Harden missing on the 3. And that one, good. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And it's the Bucks on the break. Holiday with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Giannis high post. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
How about the effort? You did think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
Here's Harden. And the rejection by Giannis. They retain possession. Jordan. And the wide open shot from Green. And at last, they get one to fall.
Well, great decision to kick it out. Trust that your teammate will knock down the shot.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate. Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
A shot by Harden, wide open. Great positioning on the putback.
It is not easy trying to keep DeAndre Jordan off the boards. His combination of length and determination so impressive.
Now here's Middleton beyond the arc. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Impressive. 5 straight makes. Love the play calling here.
Harris outside. To the paint. And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist by Harris. Jordan's got his second bucket.
Well, efficiency is everything, right? So far in this one, this guy has been on the money.
Holiday attacking, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Now, here is Harden. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
About time he got one to fall there. Before that, 6 straight misses to start this one.
Pass to DiVincenzo. From the arc. The Bucks getting another chance here. Nets trail by 4. Johnson kicks to Jordan. Over Giannis. That shot missing. And Milwaukee the other way now. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Harden inside the three-point line. The rebound by Middleton.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Harden. Harris passes to Jordan. Here's Harden. And the rejection by Giannis.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Holiday against Harden. Back to Middleton from 20 feet out. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Harden. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harden's got 5 now.
Yeah, and he scuffled a bit out of the gates. 10 shot attempts, but that's just his second make of the game.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Irving way outside. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Milwaukee on top. They lead by 13. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And quite a position here for the Bucks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Total intimidation that first period. That is what has helped power them to this early lead.
So for Brooklyn now, Brown out there with Harden. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the power forward. Milwaukee leading by 13. Here's Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Hey guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to seeing. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
Harden, no good.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Inside. Tucker dishes to Giannis. Griffin grabs the board. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Bucks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Connaughton, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
By himself, and Holiday throws it down.
He's an explosive, athletic guard, and I tell you, the coaching staff must love watching Holiday in the open court. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Harden's shot is good.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Here is Forbes. There's the pass to Tucker. It's hauled in by Claxton. And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That's his first foul. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Harden kicks to Griffin. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. You think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
Running it down their throats. 3 straight baskets there in transition.
Irving from long range. It's rebounded by Portis.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Forbes, the pass to Portis. Back to Forbes. Six to shoot. Back to Portis from outside the arc. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Irving's got his first points of the night.
Well, the ability to score at all 3 levels makes Kyrie Irving a near impossible check. Good luck, fellas.
Here is Forbes. Pass to Nora. And the shot is long.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Bucket is good.
How about the great body control by Kyrie Irving, one of the best small men in the league at converting through contact.
Passes it to Forbes. Fires for 3. Here's Portis. Second shot opportunity. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Luwawu. It's deflected. To the middle. And Portis throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Come on, that is remarkable work from Kyrie. Ridiculously crafty at how he gets into the defense and draws the foul.
That's good from Irving. Now here is Holiday. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Middleton. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Middleton's got 9.
Well, that leadership from Lopez, wanting to get his guys involved with his passing ability.
And so it's Milwaukee with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. It's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They lead by 14. Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
I love the way they're getting after it in the paint. Moving bodies, attacking the rim, scoring at will. Sometimes teams...
And that does it for our...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. An exceptional performance from Drew Holiday.
Oof. That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, this guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
Antetokounmpo out there with Brook Lopez. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
It's good.
Oh, just very good offensive execution. Couldn't have asked for a better shot.
Milwaukee leading by 14. DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo. Lopez right side. The Bucks working the ball around. The shot by Holiday, no good. And for Brooklyn, their shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. And here they go. Giannis kicks to DiVincenzo. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
And defensively, you got to respect Harden's ability
to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at the line.
Here's Holiday. Sinks that one from the post. Holiday's got 11 points.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Here's Johnson. Good on the shot.
A fearless competitor. 190 pounds of Tyler Johnson, more than willing to take the hit.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Pass to DiVincenzo. Johnson with the defensive effort. Nets trail by 11. Here's Harden, and it's Harden slamming it down.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Count it. 13 points in the game.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. And to Antetokounmpo inside. Guarded by Jordan. The shot by Middleton. Wide open. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Challenging this D with the 3-ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
Middleton for 3. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 5th rebound in this one. Harris with it. Now guarded by Giannis. 13 feet away. Rebound by Brook Lopez.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Floats it up for Giannis.
And it really helps their team so much with Middleton's passing with effectiveness. And it helps him out as a scorer. He's that much harder to defend.
The 3 from Harden. The shot missing. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Here's Middleton. Here's Antetokounmpo. Second chance shot. Kicks it down to Middleton. The pass to DiVincenzo. 6 on the shot clock. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Shot's good by Middleton.
This guy is a silky smooth operator on offense. Middleton can score effectively on all 3 levels.
There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Harden inside the 3-point line. And the Nets miss again.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And the dunk by Giannis. Great game for him. Double-double down. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
Bucks leading by 16. And the wide-open shot from DiVincenzo. Giannis kicks to DiVincenzo. The rebound by the Nets.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And Green slams it in.
Well, terrific job by Tyler Johnson to do exactly what they want him to do, find his open teammates.
And so it's Milwaukee with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And their ability. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for the Nets getting the fourth quarter going, we've got Brown. He's out there with Harden. Harris is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Claxton in at the 4-man position. Here is Forbes. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Nets trail by 15. Here's Brown. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunities.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. And Portis throws it down.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
And a deep three from Irving. Warnock grabs the board. Bucks leading by 15. Right wing. The Bucks working the ball around. Pass to Connaughton. From deep three-point range. Milwaukee the rebound. Not going to go that time. And so Green will bring it up for the Nets. Here's Irving. It's rebounded by Portis. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter start. Passes it to Nwora. Here's Connaughton. Pass to Nwora to the right side. There's the triple. Connects from three-point range. And the Bucks lead by 18.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
That free throw, no good. And the Bucks making a change here. Good on the second free throw. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And Harden launches it from deep. Milwaukee with the rebound. Holiday's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the pass to Tucker. Back to Middleton. Here is Forbes. Inside. Here's Giannis. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
And here's Harden for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Harden's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give it.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. And a change for the Nets. Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. Harden, that's good.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Bucks.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, you couldn't help but notice how well this guy protected the rim. There was an intimidation factor thanks to his defense. No easy shots in his neighborhood tonight.
Johnson, a wide open look. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
You can appreciate the fight now, but
It isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Here's Lopez. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And the Bucks lead by 13. The three from Harden. Rebound, Milwaukee. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. His three-pointer's off the mark. And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 10-2 run here. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Boy, Joe Harris refusing to give an inch, and he is rewarded with a trip to the free throw line. Nicely done.
And Harris drops them both. And so it's Milwaukee now. They lead by 11. This one for three. No good on that one. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. Stops. Pops. That shot is off. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up. two teams. 5 players out tonight.
5 players unavailable tonight. A lot of minutes and shots to go around.
So the net starting 5. Harden out there with Tyler Johnson. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's Jordan. And it's Green in at the 4 spot. And for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. George, that's a 2-pointer. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And the shot goes in.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
And here's Harris from the arc. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Oh, what a play!
So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
Now here's Green trying to find Harden, and he's got it now. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Batum wide open, he fires. And that one no good to start him off on the night. Harris finds Green. Back to Harris. The pass to Harden. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Here's Jordan. Banked in off the glass.
Attacking in the painted area. I like this approach. It's where DeAndre's at his best.
George looking around. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Johnson goes in. He gets that one. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are three guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. It's the Nets now after the Clippers pick up 2. Jordan kicks to Johnson. Harris outside. On the wing, Harden fires the 3. Batum grabs the miss.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
Here is Harden. The Clippers getting the bucket. Johnson outside. Back to Harden. Dishes it to Jordan.
And for all the developments Jordan's made to his game, free throw shooting remains a challenge.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game. That free throw, no good. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And a new group in for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Green. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Harris. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Tyler Johnson. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for James Harden. Puts one up from 19. Kept alive, and it's put back up and in by Rondo.
Rondo is a clever player, recognizing how to track down second chance opportunities.
And Irving launches it from deep. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Los Angeles leading by 4. Pass to Morris. And here's Kennard. Clock at 6. Down low. 6 feet out. Again, Los Angeles.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. And Irving launches it from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Kennard. And the wide open shot from Morris. Patterson can't get it to go.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
Deflects the pass. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a cruising game inside, and it's working for them. Right back after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got Rajon Rondo. He's out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Oturu in at the center position. Irving can't hit. Clippers leading by 6. Here's Coffey, and the layup is good. Coffey's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Los Angeles. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. 13 feet away. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
What's nice about this in-between area for Kyrie, compared to going to the rim, he has a little more room to get his shot off.
To the left wing, back to Rondo. Lets it go with the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Rondo's got his second bucket of the night.
Rondo from outside? How about that?
And a deep 3 from Irving. They get a hand on it. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. Kennard with the ball. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Irving passes to Aldridge. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarrot. Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Bruce Brown. And it's James Harden in for Kyrie Irving. Now, here's Aldridge. It's hauled in by Paul George. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Leonard has it in the corner. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And here's Harden for 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Clippers leading by 9. George with no one around. They get the rebound, and Leonard stays with it.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Harden against George. Harden the pass to Green. Goes up again, and it's good on the way in. Green's got his second basket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Passes to Patterson. Back to George. And a miss there on the triple.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Right side, Green. Now the dish to Jordan. And it goes down 2 points. Jordan's got 5 points so far.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Outside Jackson. The feed to Patterson. A baseline J, and he connects with the jumper. Patterson's got his first bucket of the night.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
And Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. There's 38 seconds left in the second quarter.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Clippers leading by 7. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the half. Shoots from the line. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. For 3, Harris. The Clippers grab the miss. They've led by as many as 11 points. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his first foul. Now Jackson. And again, no good by the Clippers. And so it's Los Angeles heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And you have to credit their defense for the job that... All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They've got the 7-point lead. Check. And that'll...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Joe Harris. Green is out there with Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Johnson in at the 2-guard spot. There's the lob to Jackson, and stolen by Jordan. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. A 3-ball. A shot off that time. Los Angeles leading by 7. The 3 from George. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Harden outside. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Pass to Zubac. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Back to Jackson. And there's the pass to Zubac. Outside for Jackson. From deep. It's hauled in by Harris.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
Count that bucket. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers. McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
And that one's good. Leonard.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
It's Harden with the drive, and the basket is good. Harden's got 10 points in the game.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
George against Harden, and that one's good. George.
Defense does a good job, but George won't relent. He rises to meet their challenge. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Jordan with the bucket.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Outside Jackson. Pass to George. Lets it go from deep. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got 7 points for the quarter.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile One block.
Guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Here's Irving. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Now it's just a 3-point Clipper lead.
Out in transition, Kyrie finds his spot down the court. Finishes the job.
Now here's Kennard. D right on him. Passes it to Patterson. Just 5 to shoot. A 3 from Morris. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Rondo kicks to Kennard.
Who's watching here?
Pass to Man from deep. Rebounded by the Nets. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn for the tie. Griffin dishes to Brown. Irving from long range. Great tee that time from Rondo. It'll count. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Clippers lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. So it's Brooklyn now. It's a three-point game. We've got Luke Kennard. He's out there with Jackson. And it's Oturu in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's out there for the Clippers. On the wing, Harris. To tie it up. He doesn't hit that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Fires the 3. Oturu. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 5.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Stolen by Jackson. Here's Morris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And this is some serious showmanship. Loving that tomahawk right there.
Craig, he came with force, and that's not just about getting 2 points. That was sending, I think, a message. Kennard's shot is off. Nets trail by 5. It's stolen by Morris. Left side, Jackson. Here's Oturu, guarded by Jordan. Here's Coffey. Offline with his 3. Nets shooting well. They're at 45%. To the inside, Harden got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
I don't know what Coach told him at halftime, but he is shooting the lights out right now.
There's Jackson with the 3. Harden grabs the miss. Harden's got 4 rebounds in this game. Johnson kicks to Harris. He feeds it to Jordan. There's the pass to Harden. And good that time.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Jackson passes to Oturu. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. 6 to shoot. Green against Morris. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Kennard's shot is off.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Johnson against Jackson. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. A deep 3 from Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. So far in the fourth quarter, they belong just 6 points.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
How big is that? Or should I say, how big might that become? Just a brutal mistake.
And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Aldridge. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And it's James Harden in for Brown. Nobody near Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by Jordan. Now it's a 6-point Los Angeles lead.
Feeling that one all the way. Leonard lethal in the catch-and-shoot game.
Here's Harden on the wing. Back to Green. Outside Irving. Good good on the triple.
When the lights are at its brightest, Kyrie loves coming through.
Now here's Rondo. On the wing for two. Back to Rondo. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Harris. Here's Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard from past the arc. They shoot again. No one near him. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
From about 19 feet, misses off the right eye. So it's the Clippers now. They've led by as many as 11 points. From deep, George. The rebound by Jeff Green. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Back to Jordan. Outside, Green. Tries from 16. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Saving a little something from when it really counts. Kyrie dropping daggers down the stretch.
And George kicks to Rondo. Back to George. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. What a shot. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.